Hi, I'm Scott. I'm Gravekipper, I'm Ganji Kid. It's midnight, it's always midnight. This is your right ear and your left ear, this is your mono. We're playing Genshin Impact. Got the chat up there above my head. I look up because I've got a big telly. Got you, got a sound check. Telly. Got you, got a sound check. Yeah, you can hear the fan whirring in the PC. Chuffers. The Chuffers. They're noisy, aren't they? It's hot. It's windy. It's cloudy. It's the UK. Welcome to the UK. And in the UK, it's 6:30 in the PM GMT. PM GM 6:30 in the. Just forget it. It's midnight. Look, it's always midnight. What? Why is today a big day? Should I just get into Genshin Impact? Should I open it up so you can see something happening? Hey? Oh, didn't look at that. Shouldn't have looked at that. It was too bright. So, today's a big day because. Uh-oh. They've done the new banner. They've also done the new Hearthstone expansion, and I said I'd play it. People in chat have been asking. I don't know how I feel about going back to Hearthstone, I tell you. But we're going back to Hearthstone later. Going to do a bit of a blast on Genshin Impact. I've already done my commissions and bits and pieces. Going to be having a look at the new stuff. Then we're going to go over to Hearthstone. And we're back up again tomorrow. Words on stream on Wednesday on YouTube. Back into the roll of things. Had a little bit of a Sunday, Monday off. And back into the swing. Right, so this is Tapestry of Golden Flames. Every 10 wishes is guaranteed at least a 4-star or higher. Right, Yoimiya is obviously the main one. We're not getting her, are we? I've got my primos. I've got 60,000. Sorry, 60,000. I'd love to have. I've got 6,000. 6,000. And if I go to the shop, I can get some of them in here with a bit of that. Could do some Stardust exchange. That's back up this month, so I might as well get all of those from the Stardust exchange that I can. So there's 5 of them. And Star Glitter, I could get 6 from the Star Glitter, but I'm not going to do that yet because, you know, with the Star Glitter, you might even be able to get a Bedu look. Might even just be able to pay for a Bedu. 34 Star Glitter, 31. So there's a reason maybe to go for a couple of wishes, because if we fail a couple of wishes, we might get a Bedu just outright, just by spending the Star Glitter. So that might be a good thing. Bedu's a character on my list. You know, she's a character on my list. Is this worth wishing on with only 6,000 wishes? Sorry, 6,000. With only 6,000 primos. So just a quick bit of maths. 160 is 1. 1,600 is 10. So 20 is... 20 is 1,600. 20 is 32. I've got about 30 wishes. 35 now with that start. So 35. So I'm nowhere near guaranteed. We're on pity anyway. Our history. Clee 5-star. That's when we stopped. Clee 5-star. So we're on pity. And I watched an interesting video today actually, which... Hello Snippies. Are we getting a character? Right, we'll discuss it in a second. We'll discuss it. Are we getting a character? It's a question, isn't it? It's a question. The best thing I should do, the right thing, is to save up those primos until I've got enough for pity timer, guaranteed. 180 wishes is what I want in the bank. That's 2,800. Sorry, 28,000. I get my zeros mixed up in my head. 28,000. We've got 5,000, so we're nowhere near that. If we wish, there's chances are we don't get the 5-star and we use up all our wishes, and then when the next banner comes around that we really want, we can't do any wishes at it because we haven't got as many wishes, and we have built up some pity. Maybe we might have built up the pity, but you know, we're not guaranteed. It might be that we want to save those wishes to guarantee us. The other thing that could happen is, oh wonderful, we spend all our wishes and we get a 5-star. That'd be great. And then the next banner comes round and we're right at the start of pity and we spent all our wishes. So that's an issue. However, look who else is on it. The little cheeky Yunjin. Yunjin's on it. So my 4-star item drops, 50% chance of one of these 3. Yunjin, Xinyan, they're both on my list. Yunjin especially. Really quite like her character. The opera singer. Bennett, not so interested in. Yoimiya would be great, wouldn't it? But this isn't like blowing my socks off. It wasn't like Klee, where I was like, oh, I really want Klee. And we know there's some little characters on the way. So if we're lucky, the little characters will be like a 4-star, you know, thrown in, more chance. But then we get a weaker character if we get her. So it's all swings and roundabouts, isn't it? So do we want to do this? What we could do, I was thinking, is maybe do 10 wishes. Because 10 wishes guarantees a 5-star. Sorry, I wish. 10 wishes guarantees a 4-star. And the 4-star could be the opera singer. And if it is, we're lucky. There's a 50% chance it is one of these 3. And if it is one of these 3, there's then a 33.333%. So the chances get more slim. What we're talking about is doing 10 wishes, tossing a coin, heads or tails. And if we win the coin toss, then toss the coin again, and we've got to win it the second time, basically. But the second time it could land on its edge. But like, that's the thing, you know, win 2 coin tosses in a row, really, isn't it? And the second one's even less chance that you win. But you never know, it could get Yunjin. I'm a streamer, could get streamer luck. So if we did that, we'd be reducing our Primo's tally by 5. I mean, it's a consideration. It's certainly a consideration. Of course, with this comes the ability to try out the characters in the test run. So we're going to do the test run today. We're going to do this finishing bit of Diluc's quest. He's got a quest, the ending part. We've done the prologue. This is the ending, so it shouldn't be too long. And we get a coat for a character that we don't have. And then, and then after that, we're going to do some Hearthstone. We're back to Genshin Impact proper tomorrow night, probably. Inazuma, story quests, push. We've also got still, they've thrown more stuff. I can't believe they do this, really. I mean, it's alright for players who haven't finished the game, or have finished the game, but they've put more stuff in here as well. They've put like co-op quests and other stuff in here. So there's still quite a lot to do. But I don't want to break my back over it, so... So what we're doing now is we're going to see how damn cool these characters are. Sorry. My buttons. Where has that gone? Windows key. I pressed the Windows key.
Everything is negotiable, except overtime.
Windows key. Not used to having a Windows key. So we're going to see how cool these damn characters are before we then can't have them. Come on, Scotty Otty. Test runs. Right. We'll go from the bottom up. We'll start by Bennett. I've not heard good things about Bennett. In fact, I watched a video on the internet where someone said they got a Bennett and Bennett's supposed to be the worst character. So, poor old people. I shouldn't say this because we're about to wish and get Bennett, aren't we? So, but let's try Bennett, and if he is the worst character in the world, then everyone can shut up. He uses his elemental skill. He can charge it up to multiple levels. Pyro damage. Greater defense, but sending himself flying in the explosion, but he won't be injured by it. His elemental burst strikes the ground with pyro. It creates an inspirational field, and it infuses characters with pyro and regenerates health. So he's like a fire healer that gives you an attack bonus. He's like a support character. Oh look, we're here with just us. Just these two. It's like a support character that does... Alright, his little sword, so it looks fairly feeble on him, that little sword.
Adventure time.
He's got the Favonian sword on him, but look, it looks kind of small on him, doesn't it? Right, now you're so used to seeing characters wielding that great big claymore. He's got little sword. But it's little fire sword.
Everybody stand back.
And he does that.
Let's light it up.
I mean, it seems a bit feeble, doesn't it? It all seems a bit feeble. And then... Right, you're going to switch to her and she's going to do the damage. We've already got her.
I'm going in. Let's light it up.
He's a bit slow on the attacks. He's a bit slow. Oh, I knocked the mage off the edge, but it can fly, so... Oh, that's the end of that. There you go. Thanks very much. And I wasn't that impressed by Bennett. I can see why people aren't. But I shouldn't say that, because obviously we're gonna... If we do wish, we'll get fucking Bennett, won't we? Alright, next one on the list. Now, she was on my list. She turned out to be an American, so stuff you Americans. No, she's turned out to be American, so she's cool. She's got a positive attitude. She's got the cool hair. She's a rock, roll, punk drummer, guitar player. Like, she's cool, yeah. But let's see what she's at. She's only a 4-star. And I did say I wanted every character. Do you remember I said I wanted every weapon in every element? So Bennett is a fire sword. And I don't have a fire sword, so that's okay. What's she? Oh. Now that looks cool, doesn't it? Oh, hello. What was she ever going to be? What was she going to be? A polearm or a bow? No. Claymore. Yes. Right, let's see what she does. I didn't read the thing at the start, so I should have read it, but we're here with a claymore.
Feel the beat.
Oh, right, well, she does that. She gives you a shield. Obviously, claymore characters are, you know, quite shield-based, aren't they? So she gives you a shield, and that shield does damage of a pyro variety, and then she does that, which basically fucks everything up within a radius of about 30 meters. Just totally takes everyone's pants down within a radius of about 30 meters. Lisa does that, which is zonal, isn't it? Area of control. She does that. It's area of effect, they call it.
Power core.
Area of effect damage. AoE. There's Kyo putting this list so that somebody can see his moves, because I've never seen his moves. So.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little.
And then here she is.
Feel the beat.
I mean, she does just totally wreck it, doesn't she? She is pretty cool. So you can leave the stage, collect the rewards, or continue trying this character out. I think we'll just leave the stage, thanks, and collect the rewards, because the more I play with her, the more I'm going to want the character. But there's absolutely no guarantee of that. But she was pretty cool. She was pretty cool. Hello, Lady Dwayne. Hello, Dwayne. Lady Dwayne. Thank you for the raid the other day. Thank you for that. I just feel a little bit nervous when there's lots of people watching, which is probably not a good thing for a streamer, is it? But hello. I'm just trying out these little chuffers, seeing how cool they are before I find out that I can't get them in the wish system. So I'm just going through the list in order of who's the best. Now, everyone might think Yoimiya's the best, but she's not. This one's the best. Like, clearly the best. I don't know why. Like, I mean, she's interesting and cool and all that, and she's only got like part of her clothes on. But this one, she's got the traditional, like that cool, that it's, what was it, opera, Chinese opera. Like, it was really interesting, and like, she's got so much style. She's got proper boots on rather than a pair of little, like, she's only got one, that sandal thing on that one foot and one sock. It's not like, you want boots like that. So this is who's the best. So we're going to go for second penultimate. We're going to start off with who's not quite the best, but this is supposed to blow your socks off, so you need to do the wishes, but we'll see. We'll see. Don't worry about me. I'm an old curmudgeon. We'll see. Right, one leg up, one leg down. One leg up, one leg down. One leg with a sort of strange garter thing below the knee. We've already met you, you know, we've already talked about it, but now we're getting to see the character. She's doing a sparkler, which is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I didn't see if she was writing her name or not, but that is pretty cool. I'd prefer it if this bit of clothes, if that bit of clothes there was just, it looks like someone's torn half a top off. It looks like someone's tried to do the Janet Jackson on her. I'm not sure about this bow on the back either. It almost like accentuates the doll-like quality of some of these avatars. Is that an artificial leg? I don't know. You know, I'm not sure. I think it might be something going on with it. I'm pretty sure there's something going on with it. I haven't really found out enough about her yet, but looks a bit. There's something weird about it, isn't it? I thought she might have like a robot power or something, but. Or maybe she's burned it in a firework explosion. She seems to be bandaged up as well. Bandaged up. Oh, you can still see her dress there. Let's not look at that. So anyway, that's what she looks like. Now let's see her. It's stupidly incredible powers, which I haven't pressed these buttons yet, but I know what's going to happen. Is I'm going to start pressing these buttons, and it's just going to go, and you're going to go, oh my god, she's amazing. She's amazing.
I must leave no...
Here we go.
Time for a light show.
Ah, that's all right. It's just sort of shooting some arrows. There's nothing special about that, is there? Amber shoots arrows, so what
Here
you...
come the fireworks.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's like...
The frying pan into the fire.
That's what she does, yeah? And it's pretty good. It's effective. It's really effective, but like, it just sort of happens.
Steady as
And you do
stone.
this with no outlet.
Time to clean up.
And she just does it, swings her sword. But with Yoimiya, because she's a 5-star, and in the wish system, you do this.
Fuse is lit.
Oh, it didn't... Where's my big special? Come on. Wait. You do this.
Gold mission down.
The whole fucking... My head implodes. It's taking the piss, really.
Leave it all to me.
Look. Noelle, how do you feel now, Noelle?
As a good night should.
Oh, a bit... Don't even get an animation. Not even animation. What about you? But they're in here so you can see how, compared to Yoimiya, they don't look that special. Yoimiya... There she goes. Anyway, right. Exit. I'm not having that. I don't want her in my squad. She's a firebow. She fucking don't need a firebow. Who needs a firebow? We've got Amber. Amber's the best one. So just have your primos and just don't look at you. I'm just not going to look at that one. She's got lobster legs on her back. She's got some sort of tattoos and shit as well, hasn't she? I will stop by your stream one day as well, yeah. So, I find it really uncomfortable. Jesus Christ. I'm so British, right? I find this really uncomfortable on this whole social media thing because I remember the days of YouTube where it was like, oh, why don't you leave a comment on someone's video and then they'll come and watch your video. And I was like, oh, that sounds a bit... using the word artificial. Sounds... And then I was like, well, I'd rather... Oh, and then... I don't want people to think I'm stalking them. You know, I don't think people think I'm prying into their business. But I suppose if you're on the internet, then, you know, if you've got a stream, then it's appropriate for somebody to watch. But, you know, thanks for inviting me. Now I will. Don't want to be prying into people's business. Look, we've had Yoimiya. Right, this is Lucid Stage Lucidia Yunjin. Okay, you've seen the rest. Now it's time to try the best. Don't worry about these 3 little damage masks that you're going to get. They're irrelevant. Giving me 3 glaze lilies is like spitting in my eye and telling me it's raining. Giving me Mora, that's okay. That's only a little bit of Mora, but it's okay. The total pleasure will be the opportunity to try out the character. And this will be like going for... This is like, I drive a normal car, right? I drive a Ford Cougar. I shouldn't tell people on the internet what car I drive, should I? I drive a Ford Cougar. And it's good for getting the dog in the back. It's like, you know, a car, like a normal car. I'd like to get an electric one next time when the prices come down. But, you never watched other streamers, but your viewers started recommending... Yeah, I watched some of the streamers, but I'm so old school. I watched them on YouTube the day after. That's what I tend to do. But yeah, this is like... Look, she's got proper boots. You know, I'm always going on about the footwear. She's got toe caps to her boots. She's not wearing fucking little silly sandals that are going to get your feet stamped on by a hilly churl. She's got proper boots. They've got bows at the back. They're purple with a lovely gradient of deep violet hue moving up to a more pastel tone. It matches, I'm assuming they're tights, leggings or something, which is good because she's covered up, unlike the other characters who seem to, you can just look up a skirt and see her knickers. I haven't seen up a skirt yet, and I don't really want to, so I'm assuming you can't, which would be fine by me. Look how cool it is. Oh, ole! Oh, cool as fuck. Yeah. And she's got all the little bobbles on her head. They're cool because they look like those sweets. She's got a Geo. Nah, she's a Geo. That's the only issue, really, isn't it? It's a bit of a shame because, like, Geo is obviously the weakest and shittest of all the... Like, Geo is obviously the most rubbish of all the elements, isn't it? Like, electrifying, electrocute you. Pyro, I'm burning, fire, my hair's burning. Cryo, like that, and then Animo, whoosh, you're up in the air. Sometimes I'm up in the air. So everything's up in the air. Geo though, who have we had? Geo so far? Noelle, she likes sweeping up and tidying around. Zhongli, he likes keeping things neat and tidy. It's not really the. It's a bit of a shame, but okay. Right, she's got the lovely. What are they like? Cherry-coloured eyes.
Oh, my waistband has been feeling a little snug these last couple of days. Methinks I perchance have overindulged.
I don't appreciate that. I don't approve of that. My waistband feels too snug. I've overindulged. You eat what you like. Take the waist thing off. It's not fucking Victorian corsets these days. And anyway, that was found to be damaging to people's ribs. Now you feel watching the stream because you think, no, you're alright. You're alright watching it. You're alright. It's when all the strangers come in. No, that's fine. Like, I don't know. I just don't know how I'd handle it. I just, god damn it. Like, could you imagine if you were on stream and then all of a sudden you were just like popular? People just started watching, and then you had 10,000 people. And the chat was going like that. You know what I'd have to do? I'd have to start blocking people, not because they were badly behaved, but just to keep the numbers down. I'd be very strict on the ban hammer just to keep the numbers down. You know, you don't want to make this like. Imagine you're at a restaurant and you really enjoy it. It's really nice food. Ooh, lovely. It's a little quiet little restaurant. Nice atmosphere. That's nice, isn't it? You sat out on the little terrace thing in the sunshine or whatever. It's nice. And then, like, you send out a little text with your, oh, this restaurant's nice. Everyone you know on the internet comes, oh, they're all coming. Oh, this sounds nice, this restaurant. Oh, let's come, let's enjoy it. And then all of a sudden, you're in this little restaurant. It's packed with people. They're all yelling. No one's getting their food on time. It's just turned into a big mess. So, like, let's just, let's just keep it quiet. Let's just keep it chill. Don't everyone turn it. Only the good people. Only the nice people. Open door policy on the internet. I don't discriminate. It's not that. It's not discriminating. It's discriminating against knobheads. That's all. And that's okay, isn't it? Yes? Okay. She said yes. Right. I know she's going to be fantastic. I know Geo's not my favourite one. I'm still not finished looking at her dress and everything though. So, sometimes you have pervs and racists in your stream. God, like, I mean, I don't know how I deal with it. One of the things I worry about actually being on the internet the most.
I shall spare myself the hair and makeup routine today, and happily idle my time away.
Yeah, that's good. That's a much better message. What I'd worry about the most is, like, you know, developing friendships and relationships with people in chat, you know, seeing them as friends over a period of time, and then one day they drop something in chat that's like hugely racist, and you'd be like, oh my god. Now what do we do? Like, get rid of them? Like, that would be bad, wouldn't it? I'm assuming I cultivate like a good tone of quality of oh god, I feel sorry for people who have to deal with shit like that, but this is the internet, isn't it? Only nice people. You've got to go. Yeah, you just keep your mouth shut. Don't tell anyone. No, we're allowed to be a bit naughty as well. We're also allowed to be naughty, but not too naughty, not excessive. Look, anyway, she's got nice hair. She's got a nice bonnet. She's got those extra pigtails. There's nothing wrong with any of this. Sleeves, bang on trend. Have you seen the new video from Blackpink? I can't stop thinking about that song, you know. Can't stop thinking about that song. She's bang on trend. She's the shit. The only thing, is that fur on your collar? It's not, is it? No, you wouldn't wear fur. No, she's damn cool. Right, let's kill a few hilly churls. Oh! Oh! I absolutely definitely want this character with the Geo wand. Look at that. Oh! Get back from her. Don't stand near her. She's not going to stand for that. Back, peasants. This is Ganji Kid stream. No peasants.
Observe.
With a Chi-Sing. Is she in the Chi-Sing? She should be in the honorary member, really, shouldn't she? She's not doing a lot of damage, but it's irrelevant. She fucking knocked them all on their arse then, didn't she? You're gonna come for another bit of it, are you?
Grand finale.
The grand finale. Wasn't that impressive, actually. It's a shame about the grand finale not being impressive whatsoever, is it? But she's kind of invincible because she's got shield generating capacity, hasn't she? So, like those.
Strike is one.
I can see the numbers going up. But she doesn't do anything that cool. It's a bit of a shame. Like, at first it's cool. Like, you'd step in and you'd... but now, we're just like... Where's my cool special? God, now that's happening.
And step.
And step. Right, let's see this.
Your grand finale.
Your grand finale just goes poof. It's like a firework that didn't go off properly. Isn't it?
And leap.
Like, this isn't right. The other one, right? The other one had fireworks and they went... Oh, I've jumped off the edge. Oh my god. I was just talking to you. I wasn't listening and thinking, what's going on? As you're British, you want to tell you a British Aussie accent. Your boyfriend always made fun of you saying Charlie bit my finger. That was quite popular, wasn't it? The old Charlie bit the finger. It's weird, isn't it? We all spend all this time on the internet making content, and all I had to do was just get 2 children and not teach them how to behave properly.
Oof. My waistband has been feeling a little snug these
Not
last
teach them
couple
how
of
to
days.
behave. Charlie bit my finger. Did he? Well, right, he's grounded.
Overindulged.
He's grounded. Biting people, you naughty. My cousin Charlie used to bite me. Yeah. You've had stalkers. No, your friends had stalkers, right? Fucking hell. If I had do you know what? If I had a stalker, do you know what I'd do? Is I'd start stalking them. I'd start stalking them. 2 can play at that game, can't they? I'd start stalking them. 2 can play at that game. I'd be out in the bush, binoculars, axe, probably a little hand axe, just in case. Little hand axe, and then if anyone, I was just like, I'm chewing back the bushes. Chewing back the bushes. What are the binoculars for? They're for seeing very detailed elements of where I need to trim the bush. It's delicate tree surgery. Well, then why do you have a hand axe? It's a delicate surgical axe. Surgical axe. Anyway, if you just come out, mind out of the way, I'm trying to peep on that chuffer over there, peeping on me. I'd be stalking them. I'd be on the internet finding out all their details. I'd be setting up 10 fake profiles in my name, and I'd be, what would you do? How'd you stalk them? Going on their Facebook and adding them as a friend. That doesn't sound actually that bad, doesn't it? That doesn't actually sound that bad. Going on the Facebook and, I don't know, I'd be in their bushes anyway. If they're stalking me, I'm stalking them. Fuck them. 2 can play that game. Eyes on you, eyes on me, eyes on you, eyes on me. I'd probably hire someone to help me. Like a private detective, get all their data. We could swap. If they're that desperate, we could swap. They could come and do this and I'll do that. I'll stalk them and they can stream. Maybe it's not a good idea to suggest that I would stalk people on the internet. Probably wouldn't, actually. Probably the alternative's better, probably not. I'd have to get another dangerous dog. Hang on, this trial's rubbish, isn't it, look? Because, like, Noelle's my other option, and she's the same thing. Why have they done this? They've shown me that I've already got Noelle. Look, you've already got Noelle. She does hitting people with a thing, and she does a shield, yeah? And when you hit them, it pops those little crystals off. So that's what Noelle does. Yeah, got it. Got Noelle. She's my normal, does that. Yeah. And then they're offering me this. So there's no difference. It's just a different kind of stick. Isn't it? They're just giving her a different stick.
Break a leg.
Break a leg. Acting term there, nicely appropriated.
And leap.
Oh, and the stick, it's not like a killing stick.
Your grand finale.
That did 4,000, so... Oh, I see, I'm supposed to knock him off. I'm supposed to knock him off, look. I think that might be it. With my geo powers. Is that what I'm supposed to do? He won't go off. He's stuck against that pillar. It's a bit like being at the theatre, isn't it? Stuck against a pillar. Who paid for these seats? They were cheap. Restricted view.
Strike is one.
There you go, look. Go on. Get off there, you. Get off there. Oh, you chuffer. Restricted view. We have it in our theatres. They don't do so many of them these days.
And leap.
They got restricted. 13 enemies I've got to defeat. This is going to take forever.
Your grand finale.
They have restricted view, and what it means is restricted view is that they built the theatre in such a way that some seats you don't get a very good view. But that's okay, because you can pay less. But who's going to want to pay less? Like, for a restricted view. Like, should you want to pay more for a restricted view, because then you don't have to watch the Chuffing theatre the whole way, you can just sit there and play on your phone, no one can see you. No, it's cheaper because you can't see. Restricted view. And I think to myself all the time, you designed the fucking thing, you knew this was going to be an issue, why are there seats there? Well, who's done that? Job not done. Job not done. Theatre designer, architect. What about these seats? People can't see very well. Charge less? Maybe charge less. And who's going to come and sit? Oh, you want to catch Mental Health Monday? We haven't done it for a couple of Mondays because I'm a chuffer. Maybe we should do one about stalking. How to not be mental until it's stalking. It's when you show up in your real life, you've got a problem. Yeah, in America, you've got guns. Oh, right, yeah, on the internet, you can block them. Sorry. The internet's better because you can block them on the... I thought in America it was better because you've got guns and you're allowed to shoot them, aren't you? If there's a stalker in your garden, aren't you allowed to go out there with the rifle and be like, excuse me, excuse me, I'm warning you that I'm about to open fire. 3, 2, fire! Isn't that the system? I think that's the system. The police aren't much help. Yeah, do you know what? The police aren't much help anywhere in the world. Around here, they're not much help. If you've got something you don't want them to have a look at, they'll be in there having a good look at it. And if you've got something you really want them to look at, they're too busy writing a report on a rape they did. Shouldn't say that. It's been in the news in the UK recently. There's been a policeman who done a rape, so it's not a joke. It's a joke about the police. You can learn the accent. Game of Thrones. Please don't learn my accent. I could speak in a more pronounced, received English, in a more gentile manner, but I don't. I speak like the West Midlands. I speak like the West Midlands. Hooray! Like the people from the West Midlands do speak. So we've got to go back to this fight, which is taking me absolutely forever. I don't mind if I don't have this character now, really.
This isn't step.
Like, it doesn't really matter if we don't have her, does it? Like, she's not doing anything for the team. She just is cool. Like, she is cool, don't get me wrong.
Time to clean up.
But look, Noel does that. Good old Noel.
Break
And
a
then
leg.
she does that, which is
And leap.
arguably not as good as what Noel does. Get off the edge, you. Get off, go on. Let's see you plummet. Right. Completed. Let's leave that. I'm a bit disappointed that they've done that to her, really. Because she's got all that backstory. She's got all that cool, like, she's got all that cool stuff going on about her. Like, she does all the dancing. And then, after all that, her special move is puh. 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 That's her special move. It's like she got a load of torn up newspaper in her hand and went like that, and it just went. The fuck, whose idea was that? So that means we don't have to wish on that banner. We just literally don't have to wish on it. I get Yoimiya, I'm happy, but I'm not happy because I don't really, Amber's our main fire girl. I get Disco Girl out of the band, and I'm happy because she was actually good because she had a claymore and she was cool. I get Bennett, and I'm like, yeah. I want these weapons on my squad. I want one of each element in each weapon because I'm a collector. Can't help it. But Yoimiya, and then I actually get the character I want. Yes, and then her actual utility and what she does in the squad. Could do without it. So I'm just gonna skip this one. Gonna save my Primos. But we've got one free wish at this, so I'm gonna bang out a wish. Streamer luck. I shouldn't have said it. Oh God, no! No! Don't keep doing this to me. Streamer luck, I said. You fuckers. You funny fuckers at Hoya. I mean, obviously I love you at Hoyoverse. Thank you very much for my good luck there. Thank you very much at Hoyoverse. I'm going to address the comments in just a second. But they've done it to me again. Oh, but it's good luck because out of all the characters, it's hard to get these characters in duplicates. you're more likely to get the other characters, and then you're more likely to, oh, now I've got Constellation. Oh, Constellation's really good, though. Oh, Constellation's really good. The last attack in a normal attack sequence applies the implode status onto the opponent for 2 seconds. An explosion will occur once this duration ends, dealing 75% of her attack damage as AoE pyro damage. Oh, what's the formula for nylon? I can't work it out. I don't know what that means or if it's good. 75% AoE pyro damage, 2 seconds, an explosion, boom, good. But instead of getting another one of these characters, any of them, I've got a duplicate. It's going to happen more and more the more and more characters we get. We're going to get more and more duplicates the more and more we get. But it feels to me that I have a cast of about 40 characters to hit the ones I've already got repeatedly. Not just once, but I'm talking over and over. Not Klee, of course. Obviously not Klee. But this dude, got him twice. Obviously you've got all that there. I haven't got more Noelles. Got her twice. Only got one of him. Only got one Amber. There's only one Amber. These Chuffers are new, so we haven't got 2 of them. But yeah, I've got 3 of him. He can Chuffing, open his casebook on his own. Right, Chuffers. Right, let's deal with what you're talking about in chat, you Chuffers, because it's serious business. In Korea. Are you in Korea? Right, cool. Korea. Oh, I love Korea. Obviously the southern part. Mainly the southern part is I've seen some videos, right, hang on, we're gonna do this now then. I've seen this and it made me go, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck, dude? Dude, what the fuck, dude? Right, we're gonna go Firefox. And I wanna watch streamer saves girl. Is it, I think it's Korea, isn't it? Yeah, look, this.
Oh my god!
So you've got like this stream, you got this live stream setup, haven't you? You know, Twitch. Like you're talking to each other, so that's fine. Like I'm happy to let you talk to each other and not address every single comment. She said this, he said that, this, this. But I'm getting the gist of what you're saying, and you know, having a little look into this now. Yeah. So this is Twitch, and you know what happens on Twitch? You get in real life streaming. We're on Twitch now. You go around with your phone, and I'm into streets, and it's late night, and you know stuff is happening, and quite often it's, you know, busy nightlife places, isn't it? Busy nightlife places. We get these places in the UK. I personally, knowing what I know about the streets, I wouldn't be going around on UK streets in like busy nightlife places, filming, and you know, not with my wits about me generally, because there's predators out there, and the more dazzle and razzle you sort of, you know, the more shine you draw on yourself, and like the more expensive items you wave around while you film yourself, the more likelihood it is that someone's going to come and just someone obnoxious who's drunk, who's like, oh, what are you doing, oh, fucking this and that, and then like, you know, no, you can't touch the camera, no, please leave me alone, and all this business. Like, it gets annoying, and I've done it in situations where we've, like, you know, been filming in places, and it could be alright, you know, it could be fine, I could deal with it, but it's a hassle, and it's not the nicest thing in the world. But this is different, isn't it?
3:12. Oh my god, I'm very sorry, we are late, I'm sorry. Damn, the next time.
So it's a bunch of streamers, and they're having fun in the street, yeah? And this girl here has just walked up to this guy at the back here. She just walked up to him, and you see he's like scared initially. He's like, oh, what's going on? Now he's got his arm round her. No, it doesn't seem like too much, does it? Like, you don't know who any of these people are, so it doesn't seem... Actually, she's a stranger, and she's just walked in, and you see this guy behind? See this guy behind? This guy behind in the full tracksuit and the cap and the trainers. And he actually looks quite conspicuous, because he doesn't look like someone who is out for a night out, does he? He's not wearing his dressed up clothes. He's, you know, kind of dressed down, almost inconspicuous in the background. And he's gone over to look at the menu here at this restaurant.
Hello.
And like,
We're helping save her right now from...
and she's explained it to him. He understands. He's going to explain it to us. So we're helping save her right now.
Yeah.
There's a guy behind you that's like trying to creep on her. This guy.
Yeah.
And there's that guy, look. There's that guy. He's like sidled up back to back with them. So the technique here is obviously you go out on a night out, you creepy guy. You go out on the night out, right? Harassment. There's different levels of this. There's different levels of this, I think. In the UK, you might be seeing a few people on the street who are also out for a night out and might, you know, hey, you know, what are you doing tonight, love? Hey, you know, and all that, yeah? That's one level, isn't it? But there's another level of this guy's not out drunk. He's probably the sort of person who's out, like, putting drugs in people's drinks or whatever, isn't he? He's following around because she knows he's like a predator, and I don't know what the next steps, like, it's so, like, it's not just creepy, because you wouldn't be doing that unless you had a next level and a next step, would you? And like some weird fucking, like, plan. Kidnapping. Or sex criming. And I don't know what the situation is in Korea, because in the UK, although women would probably feel more confident of coming forward these days, not everyone does, and not every crime like that is like followed up on. And when I say followed up on, like, you know, driven to its conclusion by the law. Like, the police don't always get the people, they don't always get prosecuted. But I don't know what the culture is in terms of, like, you know, female empowerment and, you know, women feeling to speak up if things happen to them, or like whatever, you know, I don't know, but like, that is fucking scary. And the fact he feels so emboldened as to, like, stand here with the group.
Trying to play real white knight.
The difference is, in the UK, one of our group, probably not me, because I'm not the sort of person, but I know 2 or 3 people who I go out drinking with who would lay that guy out right now. And I'm not saying we should, like, resort to violence, but the fact she'd come over and said, this fucking weird creepy guy's following me and he's there, like, we wouldn't argue, we would lay him out. I mean, not me, but if he did that in the UK, he'd have to, the only issue is he'd probably have a knife, wouldn't he, or something. But, you know, one of our crew would just absolutely muller him without question or he's already crossed the line of what's acceptable. And I know a lot of people would find that very aggravating. And he's checked out the camera now. He looked right in the lens of the camera then. Because he sees they're dancing up to the camera. And he's thinking this isn't going well.
귀엽네.
You're at G-Star. Oh, she saw me at G-Star. That's weird. I'm just
Sister. Sister.
Have your hat. Wait, is that his hat or my hat? Your hat. Wait, thank God.
But, like, this isn't, like, the guy's still there.
Oh, what do you say?
And why didn't anyone address him as well? Like, why didn't any, like, I would say, like, excuse me, are you okay? Because you need to fuck off, because, like, you know, no one's addressing him, are they? Like, women who speak up about their experience, shitty experience, get degraded and considered dramatic and sensitive. Do you know what? That's not unique to Korea, but I perceive a more patriarchal society. I think in the UK that does happen, but when people then say it, oh, she's being dramatic or this, then people then say to them, oh, you can't say that these days, fucking you're saying that. So there's a bit more open, the conversation here, but like, this is just, like, next level, isn't it? And it does make you wonder if that's being caught on camera in a, you know, main central part of the busy area. What happens in this, you know, the quieter streets when people are more drunk towards the end of the night? How many people are getting, you know, how many, like, people that go doing what that guy did, following people around, you know, creeping like that? That's not his first rodeo, is it? Like, that's not the first time he's, you know, followed a girl on the street, is it? And he obviously feels completely emboldened. Like, that's another thing. I don't know about your culture in Korea, but in the UK, like, fights break out over very little when people are really drunk in these sort of situations. And like, that would be absolutely unacceptable. People would be remonstrating with the man. People would be angry with him. Like, in general, they would. So, but yeah, like, that's scary, isn't it? That's scary. So I'm not looking at any more of that. But yeah, like, that whole world of stuff. What I did when I lived in Bristol was I bought I went on. We don't get them in England, but I went to France on holiday and I bought some CS gas and I kept it for ages, and then I gave it to my girlfriend when we lived in Bristol. I used to have it and I gave it to her, and I was just like, you carry that around in your handbag. You know, the pepper spray. I was just like, whenever you're walking anywhere, make sure you got that in your hand. The end. It is illegal. I think it's illegal in our country, but you know, it's better than the other options, isn't it? But yeah, I don't know. Fuck. People need to learn how to behave, and the issue, I suppose, is deeper, isn't it? It's social. It's like the way people behave is based on the things they see and learn, and their positions in life, and what sometimes they think they can get away with. Which is why when that guy realised he was on camera, I thought he was strange as well. Like, maybe they're just like, some people are just like, you know, out there. Got to keep your street smarts about you. We all do as well, though. That's not. I know there are crimes that are more. Women might feel more vulnerable to, but predators are predators, and vulnerability is not exclusive to gender. I'm getting confused now because I'm just trying to switch a swords squadder on so I can get these apples. But yeah, like little things like deterrence, like pepper spray, I think are, you know, I don't want to say necessity in today's society, but I personally don't carry a weapon. I don't carry a knife or anything, because if there was ever a situation, I wouldn't want to be the person that used it. But if there is ever a situation, you can find a weapon to hand very quickly, because like objects, you know, you don't want to be hit with any objects, do you? Like, name a big heavy object. Name an object that you can grab hold of. Like, have a look around. Are there any objects you can grab hold of? Right, imagine that jaft in your face. You're not going to enjoy it, are you? So, like, there's often quite a easy to. Like, if you needed it, there's often quite an easy to handle object. The next step, of course, and I don't think necessarily this is. Hang on. Clee doesn't have to get in a fight. We can just leave those alone and talking. I don't think necessarily people should have to live in a world where. I don't think you should have to live in a world where you have to consider your own defence as a necessity when you're on an outward trip, right? But we do. That's the bottom line, isn't it? I'd like to change society for the better, but it hasn't, so we do. So I think that the other thing that's important is to just know where you are and what you're doing and what the dangers are before you're doing it, and to be able to perceive things evolving around you. Like, one of the things that girl in that video had going for her is she knew that guy was following her and she got to somewhere safe. Like, it's the ones who are in their phone who don't notice, and like, you should be able to play on your phone. You should. But if it's 2 in the morning and it's this and that, you know, you should be able to weigh up the balances and know. It's difficult when you're travelling because you don't know the dangers of the different areas, but to be able to perceive threat, to be able to understand what could be a trap, or, you know, to understand the nuances of social situations in those ways, I think is quite important. Yeah, I have myself buttoned up and buttoned down on the street when I have to be. It's kind of like anxiety. It's kind of like street anxiety, but like in a good way, I think. I mean, that's not how I'd like to live, but it's, you know, not how I do live in all situations. Like, if I'm at my local pub, I don't feel like that, but if I'm if I'm walking around Prague for the first time, I realise that I am a target for pickpockets, and, you know, if I then go wandering off down this dodgy area and it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm talking to some dude in an alleyway, like, you know, it's different, isn't it? It's different. Not fudge. Yeah, the dogs are good, aren't they?
Explosion inside city wall. Grounded be thy woe. Explosions can hurt people. Gin can be dreadful.
Dogs are good.
Mondstadt be bombed. Clee be doomed.
Clee be
Those
doomed.
are the survival rules that the Knights of Favonius gave me.
I don't see. Now you're talking in chat, right? I'm just going to say it outright because, like, this is the situation that's happening. You're talking in chat, and I feel uncomfortable talking about, like, Dwayne is Do you prefer, right, number 2 things. Number 1, do you prefer being called Lady Dwayne or Lady or Dwayne? Number 2, you've mentioned limping, which is one of your conditions. I don't feel comfortable saying, oh, so tell me about your conditions, like, and prying into your personal business. But, like, you obviously feel comfortable talking in chat about it, so, like, that's okay. But I'm going to let you two talk about that in chat, and the things, like, I don't have to bring up every comment and, like, make a, like, what you call it, you know, 20-minute YouTube ramble about it, do I? But, yeah, I agree with Snippy's. Yeah, I hope you're doing all right. That's the general point I was going to make. We've all got different struggles, haven't we? So, struggling is not in itself. Like, what I'm saying is, that's the human curse, is to struggle with things. But the struggle makes us stronger in ways. So. All good in the hood. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to Deluxe House. It's my brain telling me this. I'm going to go to Deluxe House. Yeah, I'm going to go to Deluxe House. Dawn Winery. I started to think of these people and their houses and where they live. No, this is not Deluxe House. It's Dawn Winery in a game. No, it's Deluxe House. Deluxe will be there. If he's not there, we can just knock and see if he is there and, like... We'll get the wind wheel asters. Oh, do you know what we need to get when we're down here as well? We need to grab some mushrooms while I'm down here. Do you? Because it's very hot in this room, and I promised everyone that we'll play a bit of Hearthstone later as well. There's a new expansion, and they're going to watch me open up 300 packets of cards, which is going to be like the most...
No, my sword!
Like, to me, it's an absolute drag.
You can't run!
To the people that make the game. You know, do you remember we did that thing on this, where... I did all my wishes, and I pumped out my wishes until I didn't care about things anymore. Do you remember we did that? I mean, I did one wish earlier, and I was like, Daddy's got to get a new pair of shoes, didn't I? And Daddy got a new pair of shoes, but... Do you remember we did that we did a wishing stream, where I pressed all my wish button until I had no wishes left, and I was like, I don't care, because wishing can't make me feel, because if it does, then I'm addicted to this. I've got into the gambling thing. I'm not into that. The wishing just is what it is. I press the button, and it gives me what it gives me. Like... No feelings attached. No hope, dream. Oh, upset, dashed. Oh, sadness. None of that. Same with Hearthstone, is I'm going to give them enough money so that I've got all the cards. We discussed it the other day. That's the system. They just want to make you think that, oh, over time, and, you know, I hope I get this legendary, and I hope I get that legendary. Well, over time, I'm going to give them enough money to get all the cards and buying them outright. So I'm not hoping and wishing when I open the packs. I'm just opening them out of labour to get the packs open so the cards are in my collection. And then once I've got them all open, then I can see which cards I've got. But you're supposed to go, oh, every time you open a pack, oh, yay, oh, cards, oh, what's this one? I just don't have that feeling about it. I've opened too many card packs for that.
That is what life in Mondstadt is all about, isn't it?
But the irony is that people actually think it's like fun for a stream and stuff. They're like, oh, right, open all the cards. That's supposed to be the fun, or part of the fun. And do you know what? At the start it was. But you know what? It's not anymore. Hearthstone gives me bad feelings, to be honest. I might have to change my squad up. Snippy's is the right person for you to talk to there, Dwayne. She knows a bit about hospitals, because she works in one. Telling people's personal business on the internet now, me. Scotty Hottie. Telling other people's personal business on street. I think that's up to you to discuss. And I feel really uncomfortable revealing any personal data about anyone, even the style of work, although it is common knowledge amongst this stream. So, God help me. I feel like I'm going red again, like... I like it that you're talking to each other, so that's okay. You mean, I'm smoking... I shouldn't tell everyone. This thing, you put these little capsules in it, and in these little capsules, you put whatever herbs you want to vaporize. And it can be basil, or it can be mint, which it obviously isn't, but it could be if you fucking wanted to be pedantic about it. But I've been smoking for a long time now. And I'm trying to... I've got one of those Huffer-Puffers with the nicotine in it. I've got one of these. A vape with the nicotine. And I've really got to start cutting back on smoking cigarettes. Or anything that you set on fire and inhale. I've got to cut that out. That's bad. Bad. Bad news. Naughty. Naughty. What have you been doing? Oh, you've been naughty. Oh, you've been naughty.
You caught me.
Oh, you caught me being naughty. Oh, Bill, you and I've been naughty. Oh, naughty. Right, anyway, look. Oh, I can see all the mushrooms coming up on the map. Oh, you can't get them now. You've got to get on with your quests. So you've got Hearthstone cards to open and quests to complete. And you don't know with this game. It says, you know, ending. It didn't say 10 hours of chuffing. But you never know with this game. Look, it just says quest ending. Prologue. We've done it. Quest ending. We've done all the fighting. I did all the runs of the fighting. Don't worry about that. I've finished them off. I didn't get all the final, the hardest ones. I just got all the primos. And now it's time to finish this off.
You're finally back.
Finally, yeah. Rude. Isn't it rude? Yeah, did it take me a while? Yeah.
I didn't think you'd be gone for so long.
Sorry.
Sorry if it was too much trouble.
Oh, that's alright then, yeah. Sorry. I thought you were being rude about my skills because it took me ages, but actually it was eked out over a period of days, Adeline. So I couldn't... I could have done them all on the same day, but it was eked out over a period... It unlocks after 2 days, Adeline, so it wasn't my fault. You got... different healthcare systems around the world. In the UK, I'll tell you what, we've got a brilliant system, which is absolutely free for all of it at the point of service. You go, you got a problem, yes, put you on the list. The only issue is that the list has been getting a bit long, and the governments have not been funding that service like they should have been. And so there's a bit of a list, and through COVID it went a bit wrong. Bit of a list, but in theory, in principle, you know, if you've got a problem, if I got to go to the doctor this week, I get booked in this week, I go and see them this week, and if I need tablets or whatever, they give me the tablets. If it's something more serious, they put me on the list, they say, right, you've got to see the consultant, that's booked in for you. If it's urgent, you're in next week. If it's not, you're on the list, and then it shouldn't take too long, you know, you're on the list. If you've got like a, like, what have I had to go and see a consultant for? I mean, I've done some stuff over the years, but like, I got a drawing pin in my eye once. I got a pin in my eye, and it went in the white of my eye. Drawing pin, a push pin in my eye. That was a good one. Didn't have to see a consultant for that because I couldn't, you know, I couldn't see them. Just, but yeah, it's a system. System. Kelvin, capital K. He's on our stream. He's one of our Ganji Puka warriors. I didn't think you'd be gone so long.
That's okay. We did offer to help.
That's fine.
So anyway, is Master D-Luke back yet?
Sorry,
Ooh.
I'm not sure of Master's whereabouts either. But I did hear that he recently visited Angel's Share.
Do you know what? On my YouTube, it's started to blow up a little bit. I did a Ganji cuts about Asmongold, and that got a bunch of views. And some people have been watching some of my Genshin Impact uploads on YouTube. And someone did a nice comment to say, why are you skipping through all the words? Why are you skipping all the story? You talk for so much, you might as well let the story run. And I thought, ooh.
After dealing with this kind of trouble, Master is always careful to tie up all loose ends. It's become something of a routine.
Now I've got to let them say everything.
He should be back very soon. You needn't worry. In the meantime, please make yourself comfortable in the winery.
Capital K won't like this. It's Kelvin, like, it's capital K is not Kevin. Oh, your phone auto-filled it. That's fine. Kelvin like the temperature because it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Except, obviously don't. That'd make me more uncomfortable than the heat, if anything. If anything, it would make me more uncomfortable than the heat. Some people would be like, oh, naked sex orgy. But, like, it's quite a hot day in Britain today, and I'm wearing jeans. And I don't know if you know this, right? I'm wearing jeans. And there's my legs. Right. The reason I'm wearing... I was just wearing my underwear, just my boxers. I was just wearing my boxers because it's hot. But I thought, I'm coming on stream, so I put on a pair of trousers. So just, if everyone took, it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot, I'm going to take my clothes off. Except, please, really, I'd rather you didn't. Really, if anything, just leave for a bit, cool off. If it's getting so hot you want to take your clothes, leave for a bit and cool off. It's probably not healthy to be that hot. I know you enjoy the dancing, I know the club's where it's at, but come on. Let's keep them on. Let's keep everyone covered. Not from head to toe. You don't have to come from head to toe. I'm not a Victorian prude.
After all that, we managed to completely miss him.
It's just, if you're all going to start taking your clothes off, I'm going to leave. I don't want to be all that sweaty naked. It's alright with the one person that you're into, isn't it? It's alright with but everyone else. What happens when you go to the bar and get a drink and everyone's pushing next to you? Leave me alone.
Oh well. Let's just wait for him at the winery this time.
What? We got to see D-Luke of the past.
By the way, Adeline, how come you're always standing here at the door lately? Usually you're busy indoors.
She got the sack.
Hopefully you haven't been standing there waiting for Master D-Luke this whole time, because that would be really tiring.
I like it when we get a close-up of Paimon. So I might just alight here for a minute. Well, you might pick up viewers. I'm not doing a hot tub stream. That would be the worst thing in the world for me. Like, over the years, doing the ASMR, because the ASMR is a bit intimate, I have had some comments that are quite fruity, and I just have to, like, allow it and then just leave it and never think about it, because I'm like, oh my god. If I had to do a hot tub stream, like, if that was my popularity, if that was what was like, let's say, for example, I went to the gym a lot, and I got really buffed. I'm not huge already, but I'm like, I don't know what the word is. I've got, like, a athletic body, that's the word. I'm lean, and I'm toned, I would say, and that's not intentional. I don't go to the gym to do it. It's just, you know, I'm vegan and I walk 4 kilometers a day at night, always picking up heavy boxes. Anyway, the the point is, if I had to reveal that on stream and sit there, I'm not uncomfortable in myself, but if people were like, oh, look at you, get in that hot tub, you, then I'd be like, maybe not, eh? Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'd like that. Wouldn't like that at all. In fact, I wouldn't like it at all.
Oh, thanks for your concern. But I've actually been instructed by Master to meet with some special guests here.
Like, in some contexts, I'd like it. I'd be like, oh, they like me. They think I'm sexy. So that's nice. And then some other ways I'd be like, I guess because I don't drink anymore. I think if I'd had a couple of drinks, I could play along with it and earn some money. You know, a couple of drinks. Maybe some of them on the internet that do it for a living are on some of the other drugs as well. Because once you'd had a bit of that confidence powder, you'd be all at it, wouldn't you? Don't know what you really unsexy hot tub stream in a t-shirt, nose plug and floating. No. Buffed and bubbles. Right, we're not doing any of that. We're not doing any of that. Hot tub. I've got a paddling pool in the back garden for the dog. That's the best I've got. It's not a hot tub. It's a paddling pool, and it's fucking 4 inches of water in it. You can drown in 4 inches of water. I'll have you know. So I don't know why people. I haven't understood in my brain still. All these people want to sit in the water, yeah. And they're all on about getting this hot tub, and they're all on about a hot tub, it's expensive, sit in the water. Well, what about this? You know a wetsuit? You've heard of a wetsuit? You know a wetsuit, they go scuba diving in them, a wetsuit. That's designed to trap a layer of water against your body to keep you warm, and it's that layer of water that you warm up with your body that keeps you warm. That's a wetsuit. So why don't you just get a wetsuit and fill it with water and then sit in it? You don't have to have a hot tub, you can just have your own personal hot tub experience by getting a wetsuit, pouring some water in from warmed in the kettle, and then that's it. You're sat in your wetsuit and you're in the water. You're wet. Good old wet. I love being wet. Like, what's the point? It's like having a big long shower or a bath. Like you're wet. So what? Wet hot tub. Fucking. I'm rubbish. I'm rubbish. I won't enjoy anything, will I? I just can't enjoy anything. I'll enjoy opening the Hearthstone cards in a minute after we've done
Certain
this.
guests may need reminding to stay away for the time being.
Certain guests need reminding to stay away. That's good. You get out there and remind the guests to stay away. That's probably the top. Are you sure that's your job, Adeline? Did they say greet or did they say remind to stay away? You sure they didn't say greet? Because if they said greet and you're telling people to stay away, it's kind of the opposite thing.
Master hopes that under the present circumstances, these guests will keep an appropriate distance from the winery, so as not to make a difficult situation even more complicated.
Okay, is stay away then, yeah.
Well, Paimon didn't understand any of that, but it sounds like a really important job.
We're gonna do it.
That's very kind of you indeed, but you've already helped Master Diluc out a great deal. You can let me take care of these time-consuming chores. There is one small thing you could do for me, though. Please, take this letter and place it on the table to your right as you enter the door.
I'm not allowed to skip through this anymore. Glue on some chest hair. Really long. Well, it would be disgusting and horrific, and it would be the worst stream in the world ever that everyone else... And it'd get clipped, and it'd get recorded, and it'd be the thing you get known for. Like, oh, no, don't. Let's not. Let's just leave it as a concept. Let's just absolutely leave it the hell alone. And also, like, the people that do it, like... Although I'm, like, quite... Like, it's not up my street, and I think it's not really... Like, doesn't really belong on this platform. Like, there is a platform for it called, like... You know, I'm not even gonna... You know, the old pornographic platforms. So... Like, yeah, I guess people can be allowed to do what they want in the world, can't they? But... I just... The whole ASMR is just screaming... It's making me sweat now. It's making me sweat. The dog's chuffing. It's probably because I've been screaming, to be fair.
There are a few archived letters on that table already. Just put this one at the very top of the pile.
I had an experience one where I was... I can't believe I'm going to say these things. I had an experience once where I was handling a gun and it accidentally went off. Don't worry, it was a blank gun. No one got hurt. But anyway, I had an experience... I can't even go into detail on that one. That's all I can say. But I had an experience where I was handling not a real... like, let's call it an imitation firearm. And it went off, and it was scary because it was a blank and it went bang. You know, the sort of thing that people use for starting a race, we'll say. You know, and that, I thought to myself, that would make a really excellent ASMR experience of, like, polishing the gun... You know, meddling with the gun, putting the bullets in, and accidentally firing the gun, and the volume being so astronomically loud it like burst eardrums. Because a gun can do that to you, can't it? Bang in the my eardrums, even if it's not even, you know, the bullet hurt me. So that I thought would be a really good one. Accidental gun firing, gunplay video. Thought that would be a good one. And also hitting you with a hammer, beating you to death with a hammer, but the microphone would suffer. What about beating you to death? Kidnapping you and beating you to death with a hammer, burying you in the woods, ASMR. We could recreate famous... I shouldn't say these things because other people will do it and then they'll be famous with it, and these are my ideas. But we could recreate famous serial killings, and you could be the murder victim and I could be the famous serial killer, and I'd have to do a bit of cosplay as well. I could do a Ted Bundy, and I could open the fridge and you'd be in the fridge. The camera would be in the fridge and I could open the fridge like that. You know, like they do in the movies where they open the fridge and the camera's in the fridge and it's looking at them open the fridge. I could do that shot, and I'm Ted Bundy. And hello, Roger Dodger. Just coming up with ideas for videos. Ideas for videos that we could produce as an ASMR concept. I did want to do one called ASMR Insults, where I just read out all the rude comments I'd ever had and just read them out as a whisper. Just like, you know, ASMR's not always nice. Here it is, being horrible. ASMR beating your head to death with a hammer. ASMR kidnap you, drag you out to the woods and beat you to death with a hammer. That's probably... like this guy in Korea did he bring his own hammer? Like that guy in the back there, did he bring his own hammer? We'll never know. ASMR beat you to death with the hammer.
Is this a letter for Master Diluc?
I mean, these days it's probably been done. I haven't searched the internet for it.
Yes, it's from one of his informants. Only those in Master's inner circle are permitted to handle it or serve as custodian.
Ooh, that means we're part of Diluc's inner circle.
Of course. Master Diluc greatly values your friendship. Thanks again for the help.
Belly dancing. No! Stop suggesting things that make me feel the most... That's even more uncomfortable. I remember we were on holiday once in Turkey and they had a belly dancer perform at the hotel. And I was like, this is uncomfortable because it's very close to erotic dancing. But all the people at the hotel are there, including me, the children, all the people.
Girl today.
And some of the...
I found a really weird-looking lizard.
Claire, you shouldn't hear
Want me
this.
to show it?
No. Some of the gentlemen there that were on holiday with their families were getting quite interested in the belly dancing, I'll tell you. They were quite drunk, they were quite interesting. There were a few stern looks around the pool the next day. There were a few cross faces around the pool the next day. We're going in the winery. You've had enough out there talking to that madam out there. We're going in the winery. It's posh in here, so you behave yourself, alright? Don't pick anything up. It doesn't matter what it is, don't pick anything up. Okay? It's posh in here. Don't pick anything up. Don't touch anything. Just stay here. Just hold my hand. Don't go anywhere. I like the parquet flooring. Oh, it is nice, isn't it? It is nice, yeah. It is nice parquet flooring. Okay, I'm going to sort these letters, but you don't touch anything while my back's turned, okay? You don't... I like that teapot. Don't mess with that teapot. I tell you, it's not your teapot. And those bottles, not for kids. So don't mess... While my back's turned, don't... I'm not even going to read that last comment. There are so many letters here.
So many letters here. It looks like Diluc read them just before he left. He must have been in a hurry. Adeline asked us to put this one at the top of the pile, but how are we supposed to tell the order of the other ones? Guess we'll have to read them to get an idea of when they came in.
Wait, let me think, because I don't know if we should read other people's mail.
Bad idea. Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, let's just tidy them up a little.
Paimon always wants to read everyone's mail. I don't know about those classes for that pelvic control. I just don't know about those things, but I do have a mother and a sister, so I have been around female things all my life, so it doesn't scare me, but I have no comment. No comment. A bit like the abortion issue, I'm like, why don't we let the women have a conversation about it and decide what they want to do? Instead, it absolutely does my nut in seeing men on telly talking about abortion. Does my nut in. Everyone that's got a big opinion about it, everyone that voted in the Senate or whatever, they should all have to, carry a baby to... Well, I'm not saying that. I mean, you don't have to drive a racing car to have an opinion on racing, do you? You don't, but you don't get to make the rules either, so I don't know.
You're here. You move fast.
Oh, there he is.
Woo! There he is!
Good job we're not reading his fucking mail then, isn't it, Paimon?
What are you agonizing over?
Reading your mail?
Miss Adeline asked us to put these letters in a pile, and we can't tell which order they should go in.
Paimon was like using the point in there. She was like, these are Miss Adeline's. These are not. I wasn't.
But it's your personal mail, so it'd be rude for us to read them without your permission.
There's no need to be nervous, and I can see from the looks on your faces that they've grabbed your interest.
Is that what Diluc always sounds like?
These letters deal with events that are past and gone. I only held on to them in case any of the information they contain proves useful later down the line.
They're sparkling away on this table, Diluc.
I just dug them out to confirm a few details. I've been following some rather unique developments recently.
Quite often the story, it comes out and it's 2 lines like that. I just dug them out to confirm a few details. I've been following some rather unique developments, and what I tend to do is skip it halfway through, because I've heard the first line, I've read the second one in my brain, it's gone. But I had that comment on YouTube that they want to hear everything.
You were involved in the events in question anyway. You can read them if you want to. It's not a bad thing to be curious.
But it does mean our streams are going to take a little longer.
Hey, that's a good point. Actually, you kind of smell like wild mountain fruit. Oh, did you go to those mountains where the valberries come from?
I was going to field you when Roger said that. Need a video in the corner of Venti belly dancing. I was going to literally search YouTube up and get it. I think we don't need it as much as instinctively. I went, oh, good idea. But then I thought it through. I thought maybe I'll just, cause if I start searching Google for things, then it will start thinking I like certain things, and it will start suggesting other things to me, and we don't know where that'll lead. So
very perceptive. Yes, I did make a trip to the Stormbearer Mountains.
He did.
I'll fill you in later.
I'll fill you in later. That's rude. I'm going swiftly upstairs. I'll fill you in later.
No fair! We still have some super important things to discuss with Diluc. Not to mention a whole bunch of questions.
Which is annoying. Yeah, it is annoying, Paimon.
All right, let's just sort these letters for him. Well, since he said he doesn't mind, why don't we read them as we go?
Oh God. Why don't you read them and tell me what they say? Oh, I don't like it. So this. A new letter. Dear Dark Knight Hero, the Knights of Favonius stepped up the guard details throughout Mondstadt. The Abyss Orders will not have noticed. I'm scouting around Dragonspine. The monsters are scattered. Clearly they haven't been assembled by the Abyss Order. There are no signs of any activity in south of Mondstadt either. If you can confirm the other locations are also free of monsters, we'll be able to conclude that the Abyss Order has nothing to do with the recent ley-line disorder. That's the last letter.
Huh. Paimon's not sure what this one's about.
It's all about the Abyss Order, you fucking idiot.
Shall we read another one?
Shall we? Oh, do we have to? Yeah, obviously we will. Let's read a tidily written one, because I'm not going to be able to remember what each one was, or what any of them said. To the heir of the Rangvir clan, I apologise for sending the letter without notice. You may not remember me, but we've met a few times. You met me near the square. I sat at the table adjacent to yours at the Good Hunter, and I've seen you in the tavern, Creepy. You were always busy with a great many things, Creepy, especially back when you were much chattier than you are now. Oh, top tips for the old... You know, talking about the old stalking earlier. Top tips for stalking. Streaming, if people ask you questions about, like, oh, what's your favourite pizza restaurant, and you tell them, then they might be able to say, right, you live in this area, this is your favourite pizza restaurant, so you'll live over this way, or stuff like that. You know, if they ask you personal, not personal, but like half personal things, apparently that's a sign, if they're trying to, like, dig for details. Like, anyway, like, this person didn't notice, they've got their Iron Child. I recall with crystal clarity how my little Clee... Oh, this one was written by Clee's mom. She made a mess of her own vineyard. Catching the crystal flies. This is Clee's mom. So you want to keep that. If anything, you want to keep that. Take that one for us. Give it to Clee. There's a letter from your mom. It's not for you, but... It's a letter from your mom anyway. Oh, I'm skipping the stuff again. Oh, I can't help it. Clee recently told me she hasn't seen the strange man in ages, so I decided to look into it out of curiosity. My deepest condolences regarding your father. In many of the stories I've been told, you're the model knight, proud, driven, a knight of noble character and lineage. But I know you're... Like, I can't do this anymore. Right, I can't do this anymore. I'm just going to keep skipping it. I'm sorry to everyone that really wants to read all this stuff about... Fucking Diluc. Keep your chin up. Right.
Do you want to keep reading them, or
No.
have you got the gist now?
No, I don't want to keep reading them, Paimon. In fact, I was going to leave without reading any more.
Okay, remember, we're trying to figure out when each letter was written.
Well, we're not getting an option to say, are we? And I don't want to read one more. I want to leave. I want to escape. I can't escape. I'll just not do this. I'd rather not do this, but... Alright, we'll read the one with elegant handwriting from Lisa. Dear Diluc, welcome back to Mondstadt, sir. It's been some time since the incident. We discovered Irok has betrayed us and he's been punished severely. I hope this news will put your mind at ease. You know the news, people have discovered the Abyss Order has stepped up its activities. Also, a mysterious individual, people calling the Dark Knight hero, suddenly started showing up at nowhere at Mondstadt City. Typically acts dead at night and is unclear. Please stay safe and notify the Knights as soon as possible should you see anything suspicious with something. Whether you're present in the ranks or not, faithful Knights, remember you contribute to the Knights of Favonius. Blah, blah, blah. You may in good health. Okay, thank you. I'm all set.
Alright then, let's put the letters in the right order.
Oh god, what?
If there's one thing we can take away from these, it's that Master Diluc has had a pretty difficult past. Not only was he misunderstood by the Knights of Favonius, but he's faced all kinds of other obstacles too. Sounds like it's tough being Captain Pyro.
Whatever.
Always fighting alone because, for one reason or another, it wasn't convenient for the people around him to help out. Yeah, that's true. Plus, he's got us now. We can give him all the help he could ever want. Oh, out of friendship, of course. Definitely not just for the grape juice.
I've just remembered this whole thing was about grape juice, wasn't it? This is how they do you. Start out here asking about grape juice, and we've ended up on the beach in a brand new ley line with super special skill challenges. Then we're back to the winery telling people they can't arrive because we're closed, sorting out some letters.
Wait, what?
Dark Knight Hero. In person. In a new coat. Oh, that's our new coat. We haven't got Diluc though, but that's our new coat. If only we could wear it.
Is there a problem?
Master Diluc, you're wearing your old outfit again? And you've tied your hair back. You look so formal all of a sudden.
Old outfit? You've seen it before?
Yep, it was by that ley line anomaly. That was your past self, right?
Huh. I'm surprised it made such an impression.
Do you mind telling us about it? What happened back then? Why were you fighting there?
Interesting conversations in chat. I'm just gonna try and push on with this fucking thing now.
The same reason as ever. Just stopping another Abyss Order plot. They launched an offensive on several fronts at once. Unfortunately for them, we were fighting in an area on Falcon Coast, and everything was recorded by the unusually active ley lines. They must have become unstable again recently, causing them to let out all kinds of information from that time. Hence why you saw what you saw. For starters, you only need to deal with the monsters and the ley line deposit will stay dormant, as long as it isn't disturbed again.
Right.
On the other hand, if I'd done nothing at all, the Knights of Favonius would have taken over straight away. Knowing how they work, they'd be sure to send a large contingent to guard the site.
It's not the same voice.
Wouldn't that have been a good thing?
Depends. Most of the Knights are away on expeditions, so they don't have a lot of people to spare.
Is it?
If the ley line anomaly was just a diversion tactic,
The Abyss Order could have been poised to attack somewhere else entirely, while the Knights were scrambling to send what limited forces they had to the Falcon Coast.
But anyway,
I have no interest in talking to the Knights of Favonius. I'd prefer to get to the bottom of things myself, rather than waste time negotiating with them.
And it was
It's easy enough for me to find out the Abyss Order's plans. Take a few Abyss Mages hostage, and they soon start talking.
As for
The Knights of Favonius. I've sent someone to enlist their cooperation where
it's needed. It's their job to handle situations like this.
They ought to be present when things come to a head. All right, whatever.
I like working closely with the Knights of Favonius because of our differences in philosophy. But that doesn't mean we can't watch each other's backs when it counts.
This is starting to, it's enough talking now, isn't it?
Whoa. Seems like you have even more control over things now than you used to, Diluc.
The best way to deal with any threat is to utilize
all the force at your disposal. Is it? The best way to deal with any threat is to utilize all the force at your disposal. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that.
Thank you for your help. Adeline brought me up to speed with everything.
In return, I have
a gift
for your trouble.
Grape juice? The packaging is so fancy! It must be really expensive!
I like it when we get Paimon something they like.
This is my personal favorite.
Sounds like one of those demon voices.
Made of the highest quality grapes. I happen to have an unopened batch, so I brought you a bottle to try.
Don't know how it happened.
I didn't know you were such fans of grape juice.
Next time you want some,
don't bother waiting for the discount.
Just go down
to the cellar and help yourselves.
Clear him out, Paimon. Clear him out.
It's on the house.
It's on the house. Clear him out, Paimon. In fact, we don't even have to leave the cellar.
Paimon's gonna tell everyone we meet that we're VIPs at Dawn Winery!
Kind of Paimon, except we don't get the wine. We're just allowed to drink the grape juice, but it's good.
This one bottle must be worth at least, 50,000 mora!
Yeah?
And he gave it to us for free!
Paimon's really happy.
Thank you so much, Master Diluc!
If you're free tonight, you're welcome to stay for dinner. Adeland is already making it.
I once drank a bottle of beer that was worth like 10, 15, 20 grand or something. Like nearly 20 grand. I can't remember the exact money. But I drank this bottle of beer that oh god. I went to this house party. I was a right chuffer. I went to this house party and I was just wandering around and I was just downstairs in this room and there's like a like bit of gym equipment, some office stuff. It was like the dad's office room downstairs space. You know, I was just having a prowl around. And there was a fridge there and it had beers in it. So I was like, that's good because I'm at a party and there's a fridge with beers in it. So I opened it and I had a beer. And I was wandering around and this girl came and she said, oh, this is my dad's office. Oh, this is the gym equipment. And is that a beer? Where'd you get that from? And I just out of the fridge. And she said, oh, God, can you put that back? Oh, no. And I was like, oh, dear, why? And she said, well, because they're doing a job for Bex. Like, it was like a marketing thing. And these are the prototypes of the, like, you know, I've been picking at the label. These are the prototypes for the marketing for the new beer bottles or something, and like, you know, it's worth 20 grand, so could you put it back? I'm also quite good if you want to eat something that's really expensive and you want to try that, you know, if you go to a restaurant, right, if you're with me, you go to a restaurant and there's this one thing on the menu and it's like stupid, like super expensive. I don't want champagne or anything like that, but if you want to try this thing once, fine, we'll do it. You know, it's only a one-off cost. It's not like it's going to be forever expensive. I'm paying out for caviar all the time. But if you've never had XYZ, obviously I prefer vegan now. I know I'm vegan, but like, I don't know, like, I just don't see any trouble with, like, you know, having the most expensive thing on the menu, or, oh, I've never tried crocodile head, let's order a crocodile head. But do you know what I mean? Try and backfill it like in Black Books with the wine. I haven't seen that one. But no, I didn't. I just handed it back to the girl that was upset and went upstairs and carried on being a chuffer. Just accepted that I'd done it. I was like, sorry, but, you know, it wasn't. I don't think it was a great big deal, really. It was just, they said they made more of it than it really was. They said that was worth 20 grand, but like they weren't going to sell it for 20 grand. It's just that it cost a lot of money to put together.
There are, however, a few things I need to take care of before dinner time.
Like, eventually the bottles can't cost 20 grand each, otherwise you aren't going to be able to drink the beer, are you? But like that first edition, first production prototype was worth a bit of money. Anyway, things that involve fighting.
Yes. Passiveness is not my style. Though I had my suspicions at the start, everything I've come across so far in my investigation suggests that the Abyss Order was not behind this. Since this arose from natural causes,
it's time to wrap things up. Come on then.
So what should we do? Right, sure. After all, he did just give us this amazing grape juice. Wait, no. What was it? After all, even when the odds of success are 9 to 1, you must never lower your guard.
Well said. In that case, let's get going.
Okie dokie, Captain Pyro. You can take it a little easier this time. Come on, let's go. This is the final battle. Then we can put all this trouble behind us.
I understand that concept, Paimon. That's what I've been saying for you for the past half hour. Paimon is brilliant, and she makes this whole game, doesn't she? Could you imagine this game without Paimon? Could you imagine this game? Can I sit on that? No, not for me. Not allowed. Not for paupers. Not for peasants. Could you imagine this game without Paimon? They'd have rubbished it, wouldn't they? Like, we used to have Navi in Ocarina of Time. Listen! Link! Listen! Always chuffing going on. Listen! Link! And then now I've got Paimon, who is like fucking... She doesn't just say listen and Link, does she? She's always doing stuff. She's like having a full conversation with people. What am I doing? 1,000 meters away? I'm back at the beach, am I? I'm back at the beach. 3, 2, 1, you're back at the beach. I've got a hit squad on. Let's just go to the ley line, investigate. Oh, right, it just kicked off. I'm Diluc. Hang on, he's Fire Claymore. I'm glad they showed me that. Because I should have remembered that. He's also a Fire Claymore.
Judgment!
Just got a dash.
Dawn, break forth!
And he's got one of them animations. So, he's not messing about, is he? Chopped that guy right in the backside, look. Chopped his arse crack all the way up to his head.
Dawn, break forth!
Dawn, break forth. Look, swapped out to just clear at the end because I don't really have to, look.
There. It's done.
It's done. It's done, that was easy. So, I don't know about his collar. Why are you all dressed up like that and then you've got that collar on? That seems a bit... Who told you to wear that collar? If anything, you want to listen to Christian Dior. She said, when you think you're fully dressed, take one thing off. Right? When you think you're fully accessed, when you think you've done enough, take one thing off. And then you're ready. It's not so appropriate if you're just wearing a onesie. But otherwise, generally quite good advice for those who over-accessorize with a collar. With a collar? What are you? Are you one of them sex slaves? You're one of them sex pets? Got your collar on. I see you, you fruity. I see you.
The ley line deposit will disappear before long.
Good.
All thanks to the power of teamwork.
Thanks, Paimon.
See, even Captain Pyro needs his trusty sidekick sometimes. It can't be Master D-Luke saving the day by himself every single time. Many hands make light work.
This is the best. Paimon, why don't they do more with Paimon?
Sidekicks. It's been a long time since I last worked with others. It's not so bad. If the opportunity arises, let's team up again in the future.
Whatever you like, mate. Whatever you like. But it's not finished, look. It's still there. There's a radish. Someone's left a radish on the beach. And an apple. Someone's left a radish and an apple. It's still... Maybe they've left them for the fish when the tide comes in. Look, I prove it, look. Look. I did that one now. I got my money on it. I did my more difficult one. I haven't done the more difficult one on all of them. But I've done the bottom ones that they released. Done them on difficult. On difficult, lemon difficult. Desperate Dan difficult. I don't really feel like doing them on super hard dire straits just for some fucking crystals. They can shove that right up their bum. So that's Hidden Strife. Glad we got that covered. Where's my damn coat? Character not yet obtained, so... Did you see it? Something went across the screen then. Character not yet obtained. But I got my rewards, did I? I don't know if I forget to pay attention. Character outfit, preview outfit. Oh, and I think I've got it now, yeah? Completed. It says completed. I don't think I have to mess with that anymore. But, Summertime Odyssey, they're not finished with this. They're doing, like, more quests out in there. Still haven't got my Chuffing conches for her costume. I've done the test runs now. So we've cleared up all the new stuff. And we've decided not to wish on that banner. We've decided not to throw. Not even a 10. I don't know, I'm half thinking it. Right, if we run a 10, we get one potential 4-star. We're at pity with it, so we're only going to get a 4-star. And what we're most likely to get is Bennett. We would get Yunjin if we're lucky, or Xinyan if we're lucky, but Bennett, we'll hit Bennett, and we'll be like, oh no! Wasted all my wishes and I got a Bennett. Or, bear in mind, although that's 50% Bennett, it could also be any of this. Which, Kuki Shinobu's cool. You know, Sucrose is cool. A lot of these are cool. But there's a lot of them, so it could be anything. And then it could also be this. Weapons. Ugh. Although they are good and useful. And we've also just got a wish hit today with the character. I feel like our luck is out today. I think we've just done it. We did it on there and we got a constellation. This is a new weapon banner with an epitomized path. You choose which one you want to work towards. And it doesn't matter because I'm not going to be working towards a weapon banner.
Where are you?
So that's Genshin for today, right? But that's not all we're doing for today. Bennett is the best character in the game, meta-wise. Is it? You were thinking Bennett would be fun. But we just trialled it. Hello, Josie. We just trialled it. And, I mean, the worst one out of these, the real disappointment was that the opera singer just basically, her special is like throwing a sock out the window.
Off we go! Get out of here! Take cover! Why do they never miss?
Oh, he does that, I suppose. Right, but when you're hitting with the sword, actually the little characters with the sword, like Chi-Chi looks good with the sword like that because it balances, but he looks like, he reminds me too much of Wolf Boy. He looks like Wolf Boy but with a little feeble, little vimpy sword. I mean, that's quite cool.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
But that doesn't, you know, it's good for the rest of the characters, it's good for the meta or whatever,
Didn't see that coming.
like, you're not going to be like, yes, I'm glad I popped that special. It's done a red circle on the floor, look. Like, there's no animation for
Get
it.
out of here! Take cover!
I do like that. I'm a big fan of that.
Everybody stand back!
But when you want the damage, now you switch to her and she does the damage, yeah?
Boba, get them!
Like, Bennett himself is just support.
Huh? Out of the way! I'm going in! Off we
It's just,
go!
it's just underwhelming for me. It's underwhelming. For me, it's underwhelming. And you've got to, like, you know, you've got to set it against this. I just did this at the start of stream, but, you know, she goes fucking explosions when she does her special. It's like the fireworks all go off. And for her, it's like the whole ground erupts and all smoke comes up and she sinks to her knees and does this guitar solo and like fire falls from the sky. And with her, it goes like, it's like this. It's like someone's got an old tissue, they just blow their nose on and they just, that's what that is. That's her special. Useless. She's the coolest character in the game in terms of backstory, characterization, the animations for when she's doing the dancing and the opera. Like, it's so cool. And then you give her just the worst set of specials and she's a bit of a geopole. Geopole, okay, geopole, cool. But, and she suits that dragon weapon that I've got going on for the hottest chef in Leeway as well. But, like, you know, I wouldn't be unhappy if I got her. These two, yes, happy. These two, yeah. I mean, I do want a fire sword. I do want one. I've already got a fire bow, and I feel aggrieved that all the fireworks go off in the sky when it doesn't happen for the others. But again, if I hit that, I'd be like, yes, Yoimiya. Like, she's cool. Maybe we can get a t-shirt on her. So it's just like, it's not for me, that banner. It's not. I'm gonna have to just pass.
Explosion inside city wall. Grounded be thy woe. Explosions can hurt people. Jinn can be dreadful. Mondstadt be bombed. Klee be doomed. Those are the
That's right, Clee. Oh, you still talking?
survival rules that the Knights of Favonius gave me.
That's right. Okay. We're going to do something different now. I'm sorry, Josie. Josie's only here for the Chuffing Genshin Impact. We've looked at the new characters today. We've finished off with Diluc. I've done my commissions. We need to go back to Inazuma tomorrow. But by popular demand, I've now got to open about like 500 packets of cards. I'm going to have to get myself a quick drink. I have to refill my cup. And the new expansion is now live. Yes, thank you very much, Blizzard. And I have to get us a window for this. Once it opens it up. Oh, it's done it itself. It's a bit weird. It's showing you my desktop on the screen there now, which, no thanks. Please don't do that. Why are you doing that? Where's it getting that from? Like, you know how you never see my desktop? There's nothing bad on my desktop, so I'm not scared. But I don't want my, you know, desktop on the screen. I'd rather Hearthstone was on the screen, so... It's a bit bad. Isn't it? And we're going to need for it to fucking work properly. So, like, somehow I've got 2 instances of Hearthstone. Right, alright, open, window it. What the fuck? I apologise. I thought this would be an easy thing. Right. Genshin Impact. That's off now, Genshin Impact. So, that's off. That's that gone away now, the Hearthstone. It thinks Genshin Impact is Hearthstone, but it's not. And it thinks that is Hearthstone, but it's not. That's Battle.net. What about Hearthstone? Nope, it won't have it. Why is it doing that? I've got the window in front of me with the game open. Did I get the cards ready? We won't judge. Yeah, I ordered the cards. Yeah, I paid for them. I haven't opened them. I'm waiting for the stream to open them, but... It is actually getting on my tits, this is. Because it's a real simple thing. It says Hearthstone, EXE. Hearthstone. And that's what it is. So you can see it, but you can't see it because it's not showing you it. It's showing you Battle.net, the launcher. Which, no thanks, not that. But if I show you Battle.net the launcher, it's not having it either. How you do this? I think how I do it is I turn off OBS and turn it back on, but that might fuck the stream up. Check this out. The stream might shut down for 1 second, right? But I'm just going to bang it off and on. No, wait, no. Yeah,